All right, Virgo, beautiful. It's a beautiful pull this week. So from Halloween, you pulled winter, the sacredness of pausing, and then from the hidden realms, the cosmos, creativity, and vastness. I look at the two, and I think it's time to pause and look at the bigger picture. Now, when you're looking at winter, especially now that we're coming out of winter, it's saying that all the things that have not served you, you need to let die away now. And then with the cosmos, one of the things that it says is that you need to be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. But it's important for you to keep taking action towards your goals. Now, the other thing with the cosmos too is, the creativity, right? There is no challenge with this card, and it's a beautiful card, but I'm looking at this thinking, all right, Virgo, let's see what's going on. Here is your overall for the week, the Six of Pentacles. The first thing that I got was assistance is coming. Which normally I don't look at that so much with the Six of Pentacles. When you look at this card, there is immediately, the question of, are you the one giving or are you the one receiving here? But normally I look at this as, how much are you willing to put into something and what are you getting out of it? Equal give and take, right? But the first thing that I heard was assistance is coming. So for some of you, you may be, getting a helping hand here looking at the Six of Pentacles. Now, in the past, wow, man, the King of Pentacles. Now, as far as you go, this definitely could be about, you giving a helping hand to somebody else, but I don't know. I don't really see, and I'm not feeling it either. I don't really see the King of Pentacles as you. I mean, we can definitely be talking about, your own success, but if we're talking about assistance coming, this is, more about the question of whether or not somebody is being dependable in the past. I think that King of Pentacles is going to be somebody other than you. And you guys are not the only ones dealing with him, which is funny because, usually it's the King of Wands I continuously see, but it's him this week. But like I said, I don't know. I don't think that that's you. I think that that's somebody else. Oh, shit. All right. Now, the Ten of Swords, and, again, it all hinges on what's happening in the environment for me. But with the Ten of Swords in the present moment, you're talking about a painful, difficult ending. Possibly having to do with a person, maybe because they weren't dependable, but yet you're still dealing with them because they're coming back through here, but with the Ten of Swords, immediately it's time to get up, right? It's time to get up now and see the clarity that's coming, but, and that's why I feel like there's, assistance coming, Possibly from, no, it's not though, and that's my problem, because I'm looking at that King of Pentacles and I'm thinking, okay, so if you guys have been through something really painful that ended in a bad way, whether we're talking about relationship or business, it looks like you have somebody coming through here that may be giving you assistance, but I'm hearing no, that's not it. He is directly related to this, and a situation being over. This is something else. There you are. This I see more so as you. Now the Empress. The Empress in future conditions. I don't necessarily feel like this is going to have to do with an outside person. I feel like that's you. I feel like that King of Pentacles is an outside person, but I think that this is you. Now with the Empress, my thing with her is when she shows up, a lot of times, I feel like there's a need for, you to start enjoying the abundance that is around you. Are you giving assistance to yourself here with the Six of Pentacles becomes a question, but I'm still waiting to see what happens here. But with the Empress, that to me, besides feeling good, for a lot of you, it's just the need to enjoy, what you have in your life right now. Because I've always said with her, she's about enjoying the physical senses, right? If you're surrounded with all this abundance, then yeah, it's time to start enjoying that, right? But I look at this and I think, is this you bringing that to yourself? Are you helping yourself now? But I still feel good about this despite the fact that you have this in the present moment. But it leads to you feeling, abundant. I don't think that this is about an unhappy mama. Not by any means. Your best path to follow, the Two of Cups. Oh boy. Why immediately, and I'm questioning it, I'm like, why am I feeling like they need to have a better relationship with themselves? I don't necessarily feel like this has to do with you, being in a partnership with anybody. Like, that to me isn't the advice here. Now, it could definitely be that you need to start seeing eye to eye with the person who may not have been very dependable in the past. Like, there needs to be, an understanding. But I still see you focused on you and helping yourself right now. I'm not looking at this thinking that you need to make a relationship work. That's not it at all. But needing to get to at least a level of understanding. And then I look at this and think, especially if somebody owes you something, but I see this as you helping yourself. In your environment, the Six of Wands, this person clearly is still paying attention to you. And it's because of the way that you're handling, a difficult ending with them. Because with the Six of Wands, that's suggesting that you're victorious here. Even if things ended badly, it's not affecting you to the point where, like, you're devastated. I'm fine, I'm moving on. Which is great. But I still see him lining down here, still paying attention to you and how you're handling this. And I don't so much feel like it's you showing off. I think it's genuine because of the way you end up here with the Empress. This isn't fake. This isn't like acting like everything's okay when it's not. It really is. Like, it's fine. But apparently, they're still like keeping an eye on you. Is what I feel like. Your hopes and your fears, the Wheel of Fortune. So for you, it's really about, first of all, not repeating the same cycles, but then moving into a place where things start to change in your favor. Which absolutely, with the Empress being there, if you are doing what you need to help yourself right now out of a really painful, difficult ending, it would make sense that this is where your hopes and fears lie right now. But like I said, you end up here. Now, I do think that there needs to be an understanding with this person. It's not that you need to build a better relationship with them because you are more important right now. This is done and over with. For you, it's like, I'm good. But we can't repeat the same thing over and over again. And again, romantic or business here. But it all looks, it looks really good despite the fact that you're dealing with the Ten of Swords. And then the outcome, and you, oh my God. Oh yeah, the Knight of Swords seems to be, the big thing. And what's funny is that looking at it as the outcome, I look at it as not so much as hasty action or, hasty communication or being too harsh or direct or anything like that. I look at it more so as conviction and courage, And then you're connected with the Empress. It looks good to me. It does. It looks good. But then also, if we're talking about a painful ending with a situation where children are involved, I do think that there's going to be, for those of you who are dealing with that, there's going to be some, like, communication here where it's like, we need to see eye to eye because things need to be fair here, right? Especially out of a difficult, like, separation, if that's what you're dealing with. But this person is still keeping their eye on you. That's the thing. Now, if communication does open up with the Knight of Swords, yeah, I mean, you're not, beating around the bush here. You're being, like, very direct. But, are you being too critical? But then the other thing is I feel like conviction, especially with the Empress being there. All right. Here's what I'm seeing out of this. And again, right, I look at the clarifiers as past, present, and then future. So if we're looking at the moon and you're looking at it in connection to, this King of Pentacles, whoever it is that you're looking at, whether it's another earth sign or we're talking about somebody who was not very dependable. With the moon, there wasn't a whole lot of clarity at one point. I look at this and I think, not being clear on how you feel, but then, also seeing things in a distorted way, but it's directly related to this person. Now, this may be them being all confused and fucked up, but I think that they are responsible for doing this to you as well. Now, when you're looking at the Fool and the Ten of Swords, very simply, this is jumping headfirst into something that ended in a really bad way. It's like falling flat on your face. But then, also it's you taking a new path for sure. I'm not going to do that again. Like, I'm okay. It's good. It's whatever is what I feel like saying. But then with the Queen of Wands coming out, I'm telling you, especially with the Empress being there, you are in a good place where you feel good about who you are. Right? With the Queen of Wands, like I've always said, self-image comes up with her when I see her. And then looking at the Empress and looking at this in your environment, I think you're good. I don't think that this person will continue to affect you. I think that you're done as far as leaping and not thinking first when it comes to dealing with them, because you've already done that, But you're good. Like, you're really good. But I still think that you need to be clear as far as, what you expect to see still dealing with this person. I think that this is more so about needing them to understand you and understand that, that's fine and all, but I'm good. Like, you're good. Even if things are ending in a really bad way. Live and learn, right? Like, having faith in somebody and taking a leap and then falling flat on your face because they're not being dependable or they're not being there for you or not giving their part, it's like, okay, well, I learned from that, time to move on. And I do think that Six of Pentacles is you helping yourself. And I feel like something changes where there may be like this opportunity that comes through that makes you, move into this space here. I love it. Like, I'm looking at that Empress and the Queen of Wands with the Knight of Swords, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're good. You look really good. But like I said, that King of Pentacles to me does not feel like Virgo. I think that that's the person that you have dealt with and may still be dealing with here. Let's take a look at the soul trees and see what else comes up. And then celebration. Yeah. I would say that for a lot of you, this is going to be a really good week. Where someone may have failed you before, you are taking care of you right now. It is what it is. It's over and it's done with. You are moving on and you're doing it in a way where, they may still be keeping their eye on you, but you're the one that has gotten victory over this. You're the one that's faring better than they are, is what I feel like looking at this. Now, despite the fact that you may have taken a leap here and fallen flat on your face, coming out with the Queen of Wands, yeah, you're fine. I think it's one of those experiences that taught you to be a little bit more giving to yourself rather than to somebody who is going to fail you. But now, passion, release, and celebration, right? There needs to be a release as far as, dealing again with people who are not dependable. But that being right in the middle is telling me that passion and celebration is right there as soon as you release what may have happened. But your passion, right? Like, where are your passions? Where does your passion lie? But once you release, right, you get to have celebration. It's perfect. That since we're already looking at the end of a situation when you're talking about spend quality time together, I think that, if you are open to the possibility here of having a connection with somebody, then, it's important to get to know them, right? Like, But more so, I feel like needing to enjoy the connection that's there, you know? But I think that this only comes up, though, once that release happens, right? You know, now for those of you who are in a relationship and you're happy, it's just saying that, you know, there's this amazing connection in that, you know, you need to spend some quality time together, which is perfect either way. But I think I'm talking to the Virgos here that are just like, I'm moving on. I'm done dealing with people who I can't depend on, you know. And it doesn't matter, like, it doesn't matter that this person is still, like, watching what you're doing here, but I still think that you're the one that's faring better than them. You know, but I do think that with this being your advice, that this is a real possibility. Especially for those of you who are coming out of, like, a difficult separation or breakup. All right, Virgo, beautiful. I love this reading for you, especially the very first pull on this. So again, you know, winter in the cosmos, definitely letting some things die away now, but then looking at the bigger picture and opening up to bigger possibilities, right? And being more comfortable with your own place in the universe, right? Now, as far as the Six of Pentacles goes, I do think that this is about, you know, you helping yourself. Absolutely, with the Empress coming out here, but then, you know, assistance is coming. Something better is coming to you, and you have to be open to receiving that, right? Now, with the Two of Cups, this could definitely be about needing to be open to possibly a new connection or a better connection. But I do think that this is going to be the outside person. I don't think that the King of Pentacles is you, but I do think that this is somebody who may have failed you, and things may have ended in a bad way, but for some reason they're still keeping their eye on you. And I say that because of the Six of Wands, but then I look at that and the Ten of Swords, and this is how you're handling this situation. Instead of staying lying on the ground, you're like, nope, it's not going to affect me that way. I'm up and I'm gone. You know, and then not only that, but then there's also that recognition that may be coming through, though, from somebody because of you ending a really bad situation. Now, you know, again, it looks like you get to this place where you're not going to repeat the cycle. I think that better opportunities are coming with the Wheel of Fortune, and absolutely, if, you know, you're looking at that as hopes and fears, it would be that you don't want the same thing to happen, but, you know, that's the opportunity for better things. But then it's also, you know, like, I don't really point this out too much when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, but yeah, this could definitely be about fate and destiny stepping in and making things better, and that may be where the assistance is coming from. Now, coming out, though, I mean, you are more about helping yourself right now. You're not interested in, you know, making a better connection with this person other than understanding where you're coming from, where they're coming from, but it's over with regardless, right? But then looking at the clarifiers, you know, with the moon, I look at that as the other person doing that to you. You know, casting that kind of illusion on you, but it's because they're not seeing themselves in an accurate light. And I do think that with the Fool and then looking at the Ten of Swords, that, yeah, I think for a lot of you, it's going to be about a situation where you went head first trusting someone and they fail you. But looking at the Queen of Wands coming out, the Knight of Swords, and the Empress, you look good. You look really good. You know, I look at that and I think there's no need to, like, beat around the bush when it comes to, look, I'm done with this. You know, you have failed me. Why should I give you any attention? That's what I feel like for some of you. But again, looking at the Queen of Wands, it's like you repair your own self-image here. And it looks good. Now, as far as passion, release, and celebration, right? Where are your passions? You know, what is your true passion? Once you release, you get to celebrate. You get to celebrate the fact that now, you know, you get to follow your own passions, and then you have the Queen of Wands coming out. Hell yeah. You know? And then I do think that with the Two of Cups being your advice, it's possible that you need to be open to possibly a connection where you get to spend some quality time with somebody that you actually have a really good connection with. Beautiful cards, beautiful reading. I think that you are acting in the right way. I don't think that with the Queen of Wands and the Empress, it doesn't have anything to do with you being like, wanting to have attention from somebody who, is not looking to give it to you. Because you wouldn't be coming out with the Empress. I would have expected to see something like the Queen of Swords. This to me feels like you get to a place where you get to actually enjoy your life. And you are helping yourself now. And because of that, you're getting attention and recognition. But again, it's because you're handling the situation in a really, really, really good way.